Hello. I'm sitting in my living room right now because the light is nicer here than in my bedroom. And I've been working on some new keychain designs today. I'm basically trying to replace the set that I've been running in my Gachapon machine for the first half of the year. So that was the Persona 5 set, and now I'm going to do a Persona 4 set. But this one is going to be a bit different. I tried a new style for these chibi designs. The ones I had previously were very small and they all kind of followed the same shape. I'll put a picture in here probably. They were very like similar in uniform, so you kind of, you know, if you get multiple ones, they match up really well. But I wanted these to be a little bit more unique, so they have a bit more personality and like character to them, I guess. And I want to do 9 in total again, so the whole investigation team. I already have 5 of the designs sketched out here, and I got kind of tired of doing this, so I started coloring. So I already finished Chie. And next I wanted to do Yosuke or Adachi. I think I'll do Yosuke. This one is pretty funny. I really like the design. If you've played Persona 4, you will definitely remember how this character gets introduced. Basically by falling off his bike and hitting himself in the balls. So, and this is something that happens multiple times throughout the game. Like, he always gets hurt somehow. So I decided to immortalize it in a keychain design, which I'm pretty excited about. And I want these keychains to be printed on yellow acrylic, which is why I have this yellowish background color here. Though I am kind of thinking I will probably go more into like a greenish yellow color for the actual acrylic for the final design, because I want it to resemble like the sort of sinister, foggy atmosphere that the game has sometimes. Which is one of my favorite parts about Persona 4. I just realized Chie's hands look way bigger than Yosuke's. The round hands kind of remind me of Animal Crossing, and I like it. He has like kind of orangey brownish hair. I could pull up a reference, but I'm gonna be living dangerously and I will just roll with it. I think his hair color is kind of similar to Chie's, but like a little bit lighter, so I think this color works. Also, I put Miffy here to join us. So she will be hanging out while we draw. I haven't really done one of these videos where I just sit down and chat while drawing, and I think that's just because sometimes I get really quiet for a long time when I'm drawing because I'm trying to just concentrate and I'm thinking. But this is sort of like mindless, because I don't really have to do a lot. Like, I already know what colors the characters are gonna be, and that's why I think I decided to just give it a try. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I do personally also like watching long form content, so maybe that's something you guys like as well. But yeah, this is going to hopefully be a new gacha set. Usually for my Gachapon machine, I do it like I let people pull once and the character is just random, but if they pull 3 or more times, then I allow them to like exchange one of the items they got so they can, you know, get the character they really want. Because I don't want it to be like frustrating, I guess. I do always put like 1 of each in the machine because I think I have 9 capsules for my gacha machine. So 1 of each will always be in there and you have a chance of getting it, but yeah. But I feel like these would also, like the gacha machines, like the gacha charms, they would have to be pretty small always to fit the capsules, like maybe this big, not too large. But these would also be cuter as larger charms. So I'm kind of also tempted to just do these as regular size keychains, but I already kind of committed to the idea of this being my new gacha set for the rest of the year, so yeah, we'll see. When I finish this, I will also have to create a new like insert card for the machine that I can put in there, which is always very fun to do. I like doing the last one, though it, you know, wasn't perfect or anything. It could definitely be improved, so this would be a new chance to kind of try my hand at that. The convention that I'm planning on bringing these to is MCM London, which is an event that I already attended in May earlier this year. It's twice a year, so I applied again and I got in again, which is really nice. And my friend is also coming with me again, I think, to help me. So that's very exciting. It was a lot of fun doing the convention with her. I think that time was the first time she ever like went to like Artist Alley as a helper. So she told me she also like enjoyed that quite a bit, and she really did like an amazing job. I was so impressed. Like how she immediately kind of snapped into customer service mode, I guess, because we got kind of overrun at the beginning on Friday at the con, because we just didn't expect it to be so busy immediately, which I guess was like kind of our fault, like our bad. But yeah, maybe I should say I was the overwhelmed one and she was the one like keeping me together, you know. Like she was assisting me really well, and we didn't even really talk through it that much before, like what I would need her to do and stuff behind the table. She just kind of knew. Oh, my pen is being weird. Yeah, so that's like awesome, and I couldn't ask for like a better table helper, so that's gonna be very fun again to come back as an undefeatable duo. Is this thing out of battery? Hello? No, it's like 27%. Cute, whatever. But yeah, Yosuke is definitely my favorite character from the game, which you can really tell by this design, because obviously you're gonna put your favorite silly guy in the most painful pose. Like everyone else is just like having fun, they're like eating food or like being cool, and he's just like kind of boy failing, which is very in character for him though. So I want to replay Persona 4 so bad. I love that game. I haven't really played many video games recently, like at all, which is sort of a shame because I really enjoy it, but I think I kind of forgot how to relax and just do things for fun for a while there, which sounds a bit crazy saying it out loud, but it's like hard because I feel like I'm like wasting time or doing something that's not productive, but it's like, that's dumb because playing games is fun, so if I have time to do it, I should. So I'm trying to get back into that. I started reading some more visual novels again, which is great. I have like a pretty big backlog currently of games that I still want to finish reading or reread, or some that I haven't touched at all yet. So I got my work cut out for me. I also still have a couple unlocalized games that have not actually been translated into English or any other languages like that, which obviously take a little bit longer to read if they're just in Japanese, but I can do it and I should take the time. It's good practice for sure. I think I don't like how that looks. I think I'll just keep the shoe entirely solid, even though it's not technically logical, but it just looks better with like Chie and her socks being out. Let's see. I need to recolor the outline here as well. Doing this like dark green because I think it will look good with the yellow, and then we're gonna just draw over the outlines again to make them a little bit more chunky. I would love to also do like an original character gacha set in the future, but I know that's probably going to be a little bit too niche. Like, obviously fan art does a lot better and will, you know, motivate people to pull for something where they are not guaranteed to get like their favorite thing. So if it's not even for something that you already love, like why would you gamble, I guess? Or maybe it will work out well, I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what the original material is. If it's something that has like a very wide appeal, like a lot of people would enjoy that theme or those kinds of designs, then maybe. But that's also like not hard. It's actually not easy to figure that out, right? Like, if you could always appeal to the masses and know just exactly what to make, then that would be too easy. So I tried to just do things that I think are cool and that I would enjoy seeing if I was a customer in Artist Alley and would want to buy. And I think that's a pretty decent principle to go by. Even though I think as an artist, maybe you also have a little bit of a different like taste, or I don't know. You have like a different eye for things. You see things and you probably, at least I do, I like think about how people probably like made it, like what their process was probably like, and that's why I think also a lot of like OC stuff and like certain things that are maybe don't have a very broad appeal still are appealing to me, because, you know, as an artist I'm like, whoa, that's cool, you made that. You know? So of course there's a lot of artists who attend conventions, but I think for like your average consumer who goes to events, maybe fan art is just more appealing. But there's always people who come by who are like, I'm specifically looking for fan art and buying all the artists' fan art, and those are like always the sweetest customers. It's really nice and like exciting if you get to talk about your own characters and your original ideas. I mean, there's always also something original about fan art, of course, because you're like kind of showing your own interpretation and your own take on like characters and stories and like, you know, from certain established franchises. But if it's something that you kind of created from start to finish all by yourself, then of course it's always a little bit more special, because that's like that's your baby. So I like seeing that too. I like buying original like OC art. I feel like I'm getting faster at this. Like this first one took me quite a while to color, but I think that's just because I wasn't really warmed up yet, but now I'm like locked in, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also because these are gonna be very small, like very tiny details are not that important. Like if they're this big, it's good to keep things very simple and like legible. So yeah, I think that's good. I hope that these will fit into the capsules. Actually, I mentioned earlier that I have 9 capsules for my machine, but that's not true. I think I only have 6, because I think at Dokumi I lost like 3 of them. I don't know if people like took them with them when they pulled something from the machine and I forgot to like tell them to give it back, or somebody stole them. Because I think my friend was also like, my helper was also like always making sure to remind people to like return the capsules, even if I forgot to say it, if I was like doing something else. So I don't know what happened to them. They literally just disappeared. So we're like 3 capsules short. And I have like this Bandai machine. It's very cute. It's basically just a miniaturized version of the like proper Bandai gachapon machines. But they have very specific capsules that fit into them. Like they're kind of egg-shaped, but they're pretty small also. So if I want to buy replacements, I'm either gonna have to find these original ones, but I bought my machine secondhand, so I'm not sure if you can buy more of the capsules, these specific ones, or I'm going to have to find some that have a similar size and that still fit and work with the machine. But like I said, like the shape and the size of them is pretty unique. Like it's not your typical capsule for like any kind of gacha machine. So maybe that'll be difficult. But having only 6 capsules in the machine is definitely not enough, because sometimes people pull like 6 times in one go and then the machine is just empty, and it would be a lot of work to like consistently like keep restocking it. I would love to have at least 9, but preferably even more capsules in the machine all at once consistently throughout the event. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I found something. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I will probably also show this and like the process and like the finished version of like the product after it's produced in the end in like another video, because I want to make a video that's like, or I'm already working on it, a video that's like designing merch start to finish and showing off my process, maybe giving some tips or just explaining what I did basically. There's also a couple items that I'm trying or planning on getting manufactured soon that I haven't done yet before. Like I've done a lot of keychains and acrylic standees, but I'm trying to branch out and do some other types of items. So I think that will be interesting. That's also something that's been like kind of requested here and there. Like people are like, yo, I would love to know how you actually make your merch, you know? How do you like go about designing it, and what do you need to keep in mind to manufacture it, and where do you do it, all of those things. And I think making a more or less like comprehensive video might be a good call for that, because then I can just like refer people to that whenever they ask like, hey, I made a video on it. You can just check that out and see what I did. I've definitely learned a lot about like designing these kinds of things over the last year or so. I actually don't know how many individual different pieces of merch I've made, but I'm sure we're getting close to like maybe 30 individual designs or something, which for me is quite a lot. I think 30 or 40, probably closer to 40 if I include like variants, or I would have to go back and count. Maybe I'm also like talking bullshit here and it's actually more, but you know, like my approach from the beginning versus like now is a little bit different, and the kind of things that I like look out for and make sure are like present, or the things that like just the way that I like work with my files and how I think about like sizing and materials and things like that is just, it's just a little bit different. I think I've become a bit more meticulous about it. But it also becomes easier. Like you start to understand what works and what doesn't work. Like I just said, I think sizing is very, very important. Some designs just need to be a certain size to really work and like be appealing. And if you're trying to make something that's very small, it's important to have like, you know, maybe a good shape and clear colors so that it's like visible. Like small items are very cute. I think my first keychains that I made were like pretty big. I did like 8 or 9 centimeter ones, I think. They're very big, and then I started also designing smaller things, and you just have to approach them a little bit differently, so I think it's interesting. Let's give him some highlights in his gorgeous spiky boy fail hair. Oh, he's in so much pain, I'm so sorry. It looks so sad. Okay, let me just make that a little bit nicer. There should be like little lines that like imply the pain. He's like, ouch! Oh my god. Hit right in the goods. I wonder if I should outline them. I don't think that looks very good. Maybe just make it a little bit bigger. I will keep it like this for now because it will be on a clear background. Like imagine this is clear / gone, and then it will be visible. So this is what these two look like. Oh, actually I didn't color in his buttons here. That's tragic. That can't happen. Hello? Tons. Buttons. Should also be a 2 on here, I just realized. Hold on. I'm forgetting important things. Maybe this is why I should have a reference, but I've looked at these characters so much that I feel like I don't necessarily need a reference. Maybe that's like bad. Maybe that's bad. But they're not like Genshin characters where it's literally impossible to memorize all of the details of a design. Oh my god, imagine making like Genshin keychains. I admire all the people who do because I wouldn't even know how to compress all of that into a little tiny design. I mean, you can definitely simplify it, but it's like a lot of work. Like, what do you prioritize? Okay, cool beans. Let me just organize my layers here so that I have everything where it should go, so that no layers are lost. And that is Yosuke. Let me just type that in here, and we can also rename this one to Chie. That's not Chie. Hold on. That's the wrong one. And then this one is Chie. Okay. And then down here are the 4 designs that I have not colored in yet. Oh, I still need to move one of the layers here. Okay, there we go. Now he looks normal. He looks like he's in pain, but he looks normal now. Who do we do? We're using the power to speak, which means I should probably drink some water. Don't be like me, shrimping at my desk all day, okay? Let me just refill that, and you guys go take a break as well, and I'll be back in a second. New angle, we're doing a little bit more of a close-up. And let's... Who do we do next? We could do everyone's favorite idol, Rise. We could do the protagonist, Adachi with his cabbage. And the other one I still have drawn out here is Nanako and Teddy together. Because I wanted to include Nanako so bad, but the investigation team is already made up of 9 members, and I just want to have 9 different designs in the gacha, so they're just together. I guess we'll do Adachi. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it for some reason. I've been wanting to make merch of this guy for so long. I just somehow haven't gotten around to doing it. And I was like kind of flip-flopping between doing something angsty and something like cute or funny, and I think this is, I mean, clearly I landed on the cute/funny side of things. I don't know, his haircut is something else. I don't know how to describe it. Like, drawing it, like, he has this really short, kind of poorly cut, jagged bangs. I mean, he's a strange guy in every way, but getting like the vibe, like capturing his vibe, it's actually more difficult than you think. Like, the original portrait in the game is it's really iconic. It's really well done. Like, he has so much character. Obviously, I wanted to still match all the other characters and kind of translate into the style that I picked for the set. So I gotta, you know, keep his big ass forehead and everything. And try to do the hair justice. But yeah, I'm actually really bad at doing chibis. At least I feel like I am. Like, it just takes me so long to do it, and I don't really have like one set style that I do. I've kind of experimented with different ways to approach it, you know, how to take what I usually make and kind of translate that into a small sized down version. And my approach has kind of been like taking things from media and things that I like I said, like the round hands, like Animal Crossing kind of, I think is very cute and translates well into this kind of style, because drawing out all of the individual fingers might just be a little bit too crammed and detailed if it's going to be very small, like very tiny charms. So that's one thing. And also how to do the body proportions. I've done some, like my last Persona 5 set, they had like tiny little bodies and really big heads, which is funny and cute, but I also want to give more attention to their outfits. Like, I really like being able to draw the outfits, so for the set I decided to change my approach and just make it a little bit bigger. And I think, oh my god, my pen is acting up again. I think that works well, you know? So I think over time, we're going to be maybe approaching the final, the set chibi style that I'm gonna keep doing, or not, I don't know. Maybe I will always kind of do something different and experiment. Maybe we will never land on one thing and it's always gonna be different. What is his eye color? I think he has gray eyes. Editing me can put in a picture. I'm gonna fact check myself. Oh my god, he looks crazy. He looks so crazy. Adachi baby. Oh my god. I'm so excited for people to play this gacha, because at last MCM, I actually got to meet so many Persona 4 fans. Like, Persona 4 is my favorite Persona game. I love it so much. And currently, out of the modern games, I feel like it's probably the least popular / talked about. Like, I know the game is not perfect and has its issues, but it's just so special to me, and it's still objectively a really good game. And it has really interesting characters, both the main cast and also the side characters. And just the setting and everything, it's really cool. So yeah, getting to see so many Persona fans and also cosplayers from Persona 4 was like absolutely awesome. Like, I have merch for P3, 4, and 5. I want to make some for Persona 2 as well. Maybe Persona 1 if I'm feeling crazy, but like, yeah. I hope that a lot of the people who were there last time also come to the convention again this time, so that they can maybe see the new P4 stuff that I'm making, and we can talk about it. We can talk more about the game. That's like such a good part about cons. Like, even if there's like a fandom that's like niche, I mean, Persona is not niche, but in the grand scheme of like the Persona fandom and also just like video games, I feel like it's still niche enough. Like, you know, it's not like a mainstream show or something. And it's very nice to be able to meet people who like that too. I hope you'll be able to tell this is supposed to be a tie. But like, why else would there be anything red here? So it should be fine. Let's color the cabbage. Cabbage time. Look at this cute little cabbage. Oh my god, he's so round and perfect and crispy. Wow. I wouldn't look at that cabbage the same way this psycho is right now. This crazy man. I don't know, what the does a cabbage even look like? Once again, this is like a moment where I should have probably picked out a reference, but I didn't. Because I'm living dangerously today. Okay, hold on, let me Google what a cabbage looks like. I feel like I'm not too far off. Get in here. Cabbage. I did it the wrong way around. I mean, I know what a, do you guys get this too? Like, I know what a cabbage looks like. I know that the tip of the leaf, like the outside is usually darker, but for some reason I just drew it the wrong way around because I was not using my brain. Like, that's just a thing that happens. I love not utilizing my full brain capacity, honestly. Watch me make this cabbage too detailed. I need to hold myself back. Like, you're not gonna be able to tell what a lot of the detail on this is when it's done, so. I love how I'm like not talking a lot throughout all of this because I'm just concentrating so hard on drawing a cabbage. Okay. That is a cabbage. It's a cabbage. Is it a good cabbage? Questionable. Is it a cabbage that will look like a cabbage from afar? Sure. Sure. So we can move on. I forgot to recolor the line art again, or the sketch. I don't really do any clean line art here because I'm just, I don't know, something's wrong with me. I was so locked in with the cabbage, like I didn't say a word. But I hope Adachi appreciates all of the effort I put into his cabbage for him because, I mean, he looks happy about it, right? He looks happy enough, he looks content. One of the few joys in his life, probably. His eyes definitely need like a highlight or something because he looks so dead. I'm sorry. But also like, it's kind of in character, I guess. Getting some of this like messy hair. Oh, I don't like that. I don't know what else I've been up to recently. I watched Formula 1 on the weekend with my sister and my parents. It was really wild race. I didn't expect it to go the way it did, but you know, it was entertaining. Even though it had some sad moments, but Very happy for Isaac Hajar. Let's go. First podium. That was awesome. I feel like one of my favorite parts of watching the races live is just always getting like the snippets of the team radios, because those can be really funny. Like obviously the drivers are under a lot of pressure and they're like really focusing, but because of that, sometimes like the way they speak on the team radio is just hilarious. Very memeable, honestly. Tiny little eyebrows on his big ass forehead. Give him a little cabbage colored highlight. Yay! He looks a little bit less dead. Did I give Yosuke a highlight? Oh no, his eyes are closed, so he doesn't need a highlight. Never mind. Never mind. My iPad is getting really hot, so I'm like sweating. For some reason, it's really warm. Like it's not charging or anything right now, and it still has a good amount of battery, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not like new. I've had it for like 5 years now, which is not an insignificant amount of time, but I hope it's not gonna die anytime soon. It definitely doesn't have the greatest battery life anymore like it used to, which obviously at some point your tech wears down, but also please Apple, don't take this away from me. Don't do it. I like these big ears, honestly. It's pretty goofy. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to add like more definition to the ears like this. Maybe I will. You know what? Maybe I will do that, because otherwise they're just big globs. You know. Chie should get that too. I think I drew Adachi a bit paler than her, so. Yeah, let's keep. And let's do our boy Yosuke as well. Oh, I still feel bad at him looking at him suffering like this. I'm sorry. Let's put him away again. Oh, you know, Adachi actually looks pretty good. I like how this is turning out. I always have like a hate-love relationship with the charms that I draw, because at some point I can never tell if it's good or trash. But I think I like the color scheme that I picked for this set, and like I think the chibi style is pretty cute. I think I came up with something decent here. Sometimes I draw chibis and I'm like, this doesn't even look like something I've drawn, because I never really do it unless it's for like merch. A pear just fell out of the tree next to me. It was very loud. Anyways, oh, this jacket here needs to be a different color. Adachi baby. Looking cool, Joker. Wrong game. I don't know why, but I have Wide Awake by Katy Perry stuck in my head right now. Like, it just keeps playing. I haven't even listened to the song in like ages. For some reason, it just came up. Cleaning up a little bit here and there. And then I think we're almost done with this one too. That was pretty fast. I'm proud of myself. Doing a good job. Almost done, I promise. All right, guys, here is Adachi baby. No, wait, hair highlights. Abort. We're going back in. How could I forget? Okay, here is Adachi baby, which means we have finished 3 charm designs already completely colored and everything. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Cool. I think we're gonna eat something and then maybe I'll come back and do another one. So I will see you in a bit. Hello, I'm back with a voiceover. I ended up doing one more of the chibis. This is you, the protagonist. But I didn't record it like real time while talking because I was honestly getting kind of tired, and I don't know, talking and drawing at the same time is kind of exhausting, like more than you would think. So yeah, this one was pretty simple. I kind of just because I already had the colors on Yosuke, I could basically just color pick and replicate a lot of the stuff because they have the same uniform, which made things very easy for me. I really like his deadpan expression. And this time I didn't forget the details like the buttons and stuff on his outfit, and I also, you know, added some of the things that I decided to add to the other chibis before as well, like the line on the ears and putting in the color matching highlights on the eyes and the hair. Very cute. So after this, since I have 4 chibis now, I have 5 more keychain designs to go, and after that they're pretty much ready for ordering and manufacturing, which I'm very excited about. I still have to figure out how many of each I actually want to get. That's always like the most difficult part for me when I order, which is why I kind of dread doing it sometimes, because I actually have to like crunch the numbers and stuff, you know? But yeah, last time at MCM I was very much understocked, like severely understocked, so I think this time I could definitely be a little bit more generous with how much I order, especially because I also have a couple remaining conventions after that for the rest of the year before I kind of have a break, and like the next convention season starts in 2026, so yeah, I should probably just chill out and just order like a relatively big batch and just, you know, be done with it. But yeah, that's I think everything I did here, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of enjoy doing more long-form content, so let me know if that's something you would like to see more of. Here you can see all 4 of them next to each other. I think they look good. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you again very soon. Bye bye.